How's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend early. I am your host, Tom Dog 247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Woo, baby! Alright, so hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I know I will, and you'll know why later. And a little bit later on in the program. But before we do that, let's give the shout outs, the plugs, all that good shit out of the way, because we always have fun with that. As of right now, let's go ahead and give a shout out to my good buddy Josh, the host of Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. You can catch him on iTunes, the Podbean app, or you can check out the website at absolutetalk.podbean.com. You can check out all the necessary links to do if if you don't have the Podbean app and you have iTunes or anything else. You can go ahead, check it out. It's a good podcast. You'll love it just as much as I do. So check it out. Podbean app, podbean.com, Absolute Talk, iTunes. Give my man Josh a good shout out. And speaking of shout outs, big shout out over to my good, wonderful friends over at Gaming Pros and Otherwise and Gamer Geeks over on Facebook. We always have a lot of fun. They're jealous right now because and you'll know why a little bit later on in the program. But, yeah. But they still love me, and you'll love them too. And they'll love you too. Just check them out on Facebook. Tell them Tom Dog sent you. Also, big shout out to my good friend Jen. Why? Because she's just Jen. What's going on? How you doing? Hope you're checking out the fun, the tomfoolery that we always do here each and every week that you love so well. And also, big shout out to my good buddy David. What's up? And of course, my wonderful friend Marissa. How you doing? It's always good to have you here, checking out the fun, the excitement, the adventure. So we're gonna have a good time here tonight. Everything, and of course the plugs. We can't forget about the plugs, not the hair plugs, because we all know I don't need them. So let's give a shout out to Loot Crate. If you have not yet subscribed to Loot Crate, you're missing out on some awesome stuff. And you know what? It would be mayhem not to subscribe. And that's the theme, mayhem. There's tons of mayhem going on in Loot Crate, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that, because we're gonna have a wonderful time with that. Once the unboxing comes in and everything, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, and you're gonna have a lot of fun doing that too, because because of the unboxing and everything like that. So once I get the notification that it's up and running, I'm gonna subscribe to that. Also, so go to lootcrate.com today. Also, Tomy.com, home of the Sonic the Hedgehog 1991 collectible figure that I received. Definitely, it's awesome. Check out their website. You can check out all the wonderful things that they've done. And it really is really cool, and you definitely it's definitely worth checking out. So and the stuff that you get for it, definitely you'll love it. So you're gonna have a good time with that. So that's Tomy.com, Tomy. And of course Funko. If you have not yet subscribed to Funko, you're also missing out on some awesome stuff. You got the DC Legions of Collectors, you have the Marvel Collector Corps, you have the Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty, you also have, and then of course you have the Disney Treasures. You don't want to miss out on those because Funko is awesome, and you guys are awesome too if you subscribe right now. So go ahead, check them out, Funko.com. They love ya just as much as you love them. Also, this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Trade in your old video games and consoles from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. There's a couple locations in the Connecticut area. If you happen to be in the Connecticut area and you want to know where they are, you could check them out on their website, as well as their list of events that they have going on out there. I think there's one coming up this weekend, but don't quote me on that. But you can find out for yourself and check them out where they are. You can check them out at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. Also, Shebeen, home of the Alpaca Blanca. You can check them out on their website is amazing, and you guys are amazing too if you check out their website at shebeenbrewing.com. Located here, just a hop, skip, and a jump away from where I am. Definitely don't want to miss out on that. But you can check out their list of beer that they have at shebeenbrewing.com, and you can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the Untapped app. Download it today on your Android or iPhone today. Definitely don't want to miss out on that. It's a good app. Again, before we get started, let's talk about the list of events that are coming up. As a matter of fact, tomorrow night, I'm actually going to be attending Terrificon. I'm going to be going there as a fan. So sorry, I'm not a guest. Not yet. So who knows? Who knows what may happen? Who knows what the next year would bring? But yeah, they got it's Connecticut's #1 Comic Con, and it's Terrificon, and you can check them out. Check them out on the website at terrificon.com. It's going to be located at the all-new Expo Center at Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. And it's going to be from August 17th through the 19th. And there's going to be a large gathering of comic book artists and writers in the New England area. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that. For ticket information and when you want to or any other updates that they have going on, you can check them out at terrificon.com. I'm actually going to go to the one tomorrow, so that's going to be really, really amazing. And who knows, maybe I'll even do a video. But don't hold your breath if I don't. Don't get your hopes up if I don't do one. So it's up in the air right now, so who knows what may happen. So, and of course there's going to be cosplayers. So, also September 8th and 9th at the Connecticut Convention Center in Hartford, Connecticut, there's going to be a Retro World Expo. This is a retro video game convention, and it's going to be located at the Connecticut Convention Center in Hartford, Connecticut. There's going to be vendors, video games, arcade and pinball, cosplay, tournaments, guests, tabletop gaming, and music. So for tickets and info, you can check them out on their website at retroworldexpo.com. And who knows, maybe yours truly may show up there. So that's going to be very, very interesting what we're going to be doing. So who knows? Maybe. It all depends on how much money I have, you know. I have to be very cautious on my budget. So, but it's September 8th and 9th, so who knows what a couple weeks may bring between now and then. So who knows? um, so yeah. But before we get things started, let's be a little bit serious for a little bit. It was announced earlier today that a huge music sensation, music icon, music legend, I should say, passed away today at age 76, and her name is Aretha Franklin. She's been pretty ill for the past few weeks, and it's been really sad for the music world and everything. And you know, we truly lost a music legend. Of course, her iconic song is of course "Respect," and she's definitely earned everyone's respect. And at this time, we're gonna pay our respects by giving out a moment of silence. All right. Gonna miss you, Aretha. But you definitely, most certainly, will never, ever be forgotten. And it is with great honor that we do induct her into the Channel X Hall of Fame. We do. So. Okay. Just give everybody a heads up. I'm going to be doing a Wrestling Prime episode, I believe, on Saturday. Sometime on Saturday. I don't know yet. I haven't debated. We're definitely gonna be doing that. Yeah. Oh boy. We're gonna get ready for SummerSlam. That's gonna be on Sunday on the WWE Network, so you don't want to miss out on that. But we're not going to be talking about any wrestling here tonight because this is all about having fun here tonight. Because this is Channel X, this is pop culture, baby, and everything. So I went to a local Big Y, and I got myself This is actually, well, I bit into this, but this is actually a s'mores muffin. I don't know if you see that. So the whiteness that you see there is not jizz, and not my own, but this is actually pretty good. It actually does taste like a s'more. The delicious taste of s'mores in a convenient muffin. It's actually very good. If you have one in your area, you definitely want to go and pick one up. It is to die for. You definitely don't want to miss out on them. I wish they did brownie batter muffins. Actually, you know what? No, I want them to do maple bacon muffins. Know how awesome that would be if they did that? They did maple bacon muffins. That'd be awesome. So yeah, I'm not gonna be launching any cars off of Mount Chiliad because I'm not gonna be on long because I got too much things I gotta do before I go to Terrificon tomorrow. So, so this is gonna be a laid back episode and everything, as expected. But you know, um, we gotta go on Twitter because we got some stuff to talk about. As you saw in the description, we have okay. Oh crap! What did he say about Aretha Franklin? Oh hell no! Hell no! The fuck? Wow! Look at this picture of Aretha Franklin. A very young, a young Aretha Franklin. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna. Wow. We'll get to that shortly. Jesus Christ. Am I following Michael J. Fox? Why am I not following Michael J. Fox? What the hell's the matter with me? Okay. Man, I'm trying to find I'm trying to find the one about. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw a nice. I saw another picture that I do have to share. I thought that this was really cute. This was actually not cute, but very amazing. Look at this. It's a pic. This is actually a picture of Aretha Franklin with Dr. Martin Luther King. Look at that. That is a. At the. Whoops. There we go. But yeah. What the hell? There we go. Look at that. That's Aretha Franklin with Dr. Martin Luther King. That is amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Yeah, Yeah, that man. It really is sad to see her go. It really is. I mean, she was. I'm trying to look for. I'm trying to look for. Um. I'm trying to look for the story about. And happy birthday, of course, to Madonna, who turned 60 today. Trying to find. I'm trying to find the story about. God damn it. What the hell? Okay. Okay, here we go. So, after a meeting between James Gunn and Disney Studio chairman Alan Horn, it appears that Gunn will not be reinstated as director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Um, this comes after some backlash that was said that James Gunn said in light of what he said a long time ago, and it finally it was inappropriate um at the time. So okay. After a strong push to get James Gunn back as director of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Volume 3, following his firing from the project, Disney and Marvel are standing by their decision to not reinstate him as Helmer for the next installment. The decision came following a meeting between Gunn and studio chairman Alan Horn. Gunn was let go from the project nearly a month ago when dozens of Gunn's tweets from nearly a decade ago came to light. The so-called joke tweets about pedophilia and rape were recently resurfaced by alt-right agitators. The studio acted quickly to remove Gunn from directing the third installment, believing the comments were unacceptable in the Me Too era and were not in line with Disney's family-friendly image, which is why you will not see a re-release of Song of the South, even though they made the movie, and when, you know, but yet they could also throw in some stereotypical characters in there too, right? I see how it is. Just saying. Um, the studio the studio acted quickly to remove Gunn from directing the third installment. Believe, oh yeah, friend didn't finish. Oh, okay. Since then, the support for Gunn has been widespread, especially from Guardians cast members, including Chris Pratt and Zoe Saldana, asked for Gunn to be reinstated in an open letter. Gunn and his UTA reps pushed hard for him to be given a second chance, and Horn decided to take the meeting, but only as a courtesy to clear the air with Gunn. Though the meeting was described as civil and professional, sources say that Horn stood by his decision not to reinstate Gunn as director. Insiders say Marvel president Kevin Feige was out of town and unable to attend. Sources added that while it was rumored that Feige was pushing to bring Gunn back, Feige stands by the studio's decision to not bring back the Guardians director for the third installment. Spokespeople for Disney and Marvel declined to comment. Once Feige is back in town, Disney and Marvel will continue the search for a new director. It is still unknown if the production schedule will be affected by the change in the director's seat. The film was expected to go into production at the start of 2019, and while sources have stressed that Gunn's original script will be used for the next film, it's still very likely that whoever is brought in will still need to put a polish on it in order to add their stamp to the project. So that was all from Variety. So yeah. So you don't joke. I don't care. I don't care what when it was said. It should not have been said to begin with. It really shouldn't have. It should not have, because stuff like that is going to stuff like that is going to haunt you, and it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. And this is basically the tip of the iceberg right there. And you just don't do that. You just don't do that. I mean, yeah, you had two successful movies with the Guardians of the Guardians of the Galaxy, but you have to understand something. You still have to give out an image of what you said, regardless of what you said a decade ago. And if it comes back to haunt you, guess what? It did. And so now you're screwed. So now you got to, and it's going to take a long time to get back into the swing of things. And Disney has has standards and practices which I do deem questionable, because of the fact that they back in the day they would have stereotypical characters, which was highly questionable and everything like that, and not to mention too, only in Disney where you can see a movie about a 16-year-old girl get married to a 20-something-year-old, and everybody would be okay by it. Just because she happens to be a little mermaid, if you will. What kind of image are you showing? What kind of image are you showing? is like you have the Little Mermaid, and she's 16 years old. She's a mermaid. She falls in love with a prince who looks like he's in his 20s, and they don't know nothing about her, and they don't know nothing about each other, and they go ahead and they get married. That is one of the reasons why I hated that movie. And it's like, oh, it's a girls' movie. You don't understand. It's like, yeah, I do understand. And it's like, this is what I don't get about some Disney princesses, that that you see a princess, she falls in love with some random dude, and they instantly fall in love, or they have nothing in common, nothing to talk about. They don't have the similarities or the differences and everything like that. But then they go ahead and they fall in love. Okay, they go ahead and they fall in love, and you know. And I never liked Disney princesses. I never did. And yeah, I know I'm a guy. I know, but some of the Disney princesses, have no relationships, none. I mean, have no chemistry between her and Prince Charming, and so because of that, it's okay for her to fall in love. It's okay for the princess to fall in love that quickly and then automatically get married. Cinderella was another one because of the fact that, I mean, yeah, she was held captive, and she was just like, you know being disrespected by her by her stepmother and her stepsisters and everything like that. But they automatically the prince automatically marries the person who fits the glass slipper. Come on now. Really? That's why I like Shrek. That's why Shrek made sense, because she was Fiona was a damsel in distress, and it wasn't a Disney movie. She was a damsel in distress. All of us, but then, she can also, she's also a princess that can kick ass. So, you can't help, that's actually pretty cool, And throughout the whole movie, they developed a chemistry together. Shrek and Fiona had a chemistry together, and they eventually started falling in love, and had kids and lived happily ever after. But you forgot Donkey. I didn't forget about Donkey. I just didn't add him into the question. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I sound like Donald Trump. Segway. I'm drunk again. Oh, it's so sad to hear about Aretha Franklin died. She was a great employee of mine. She was a great worker. She worked for me for many, many years. She was really great. Mikey, write this down. We gotta give her family the money that we owe Aretha. Mikey, there we go. Omarosa, she's horrible. She's horrible. She's just jealous because she can't have me. That's all it is. She's jealous. She wants me, but she can't have me. She wants to don my trump. Mikey, write this down. Mikey, write it down. We're gonna make it an album. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. I'm a Rosa saying all these things about me, and I actually said it. But I fear that it's gonna happen. I fear that these tapes are gonna be found. We gotta find these tapes and we need to destroy them. We need to put them. We need to put them in a rocket ship and we need to send it to the sun. Write it down, Mikey. Here's a napkin. See, say Mikey here. Here. God damn it, Mikey. Here's a napkin. Here's a napkin, Mikey. Write it down. We're gonna make millions off of this. Omarosa can't have me. That's why I was leading her on. I'm drunk. Get me another one. Get me another one. Mikey, get me another one. I'm too drunk to get it myself. I had to do drunk Trump again because that it was so good. It was so good last week. We had to do it again. It was so funny, and I think I'm gonna keep that because it had a lot of people watching last week. So that was coming from last week. So that was pretty good. So most watched episode from last week. That was great. Okay, time for the Channel X Top 5. Why only 5 is because of the fact that YouTube's not paying me nothing. Good. Should be drinking with me. Not drinking with you, Don. Yeah, you are. Mikey. So we're having a lot of fun with this game against downtime. So I figured we'd do another one this week. Why? Because of the fact that I didn't really come up with 5 good ones about James Gunn being replaced, and even though it would just be cliche because Christopher Plummer would have been somewhere. So we got the top 5. These were already shoveled. Ah, you're drunk too, Tom Dog. I told you. So this one is actually going to be really fun because it's going to be the top 5 things that responds good to this one right here. We usually use blank for our backups. So that is it right there. So we're going to find out the top 5 backups. So here we go with the first one. Number 5, number 5, sorry. Mikey. Make mine a double. See, I told you, Tom Dog, even though you're a fucker, you're an asshole. Saying all these things about me, I thought you liked me. Don, I never liked you. You're a fucking asshole. Oh, okay. Alright, so here we go. Top 5. Top 5. We usually use blank for our backups, and here we go. Number 5. We usually use more USB sticks. More as in MOAR, not more as in like extra. We usually use more USB sticks for for our backups. That one actually makes kind of sense. Okay. This one doesn't make sense. And it's number 4. We usually use playing with your joystick for our backups, so that one doesn't make sense, so we're scrapping that one. But it's number 4. Number 3. We usually use MS-DOS for our backups. That one's actually kind of funny. Number 2. We usually use somebody calculating pi on the Exchange server for our backups. Pi as in P-I. Not the pie you eat. And the number 1 use for our backups is we usually use full support for IE6 for our backups. So that is your top 5. Top 5. Top 5. Tomfoolery here live. Doing the top 5. So, alrighty. Well, I'm looking at the time. And I hate to say this, but we are actually bringing this episode to a close. I'm going to call it a night here because I got a lot of things to do before I get up in the morning. So ladies and gentlemen, I bid you good night. And we are going to call it a night and everything. So we will see you here again next week. Same Tom Dog time, same Tom Dog channel. X. And next week I'll show off some pictures and everything like that of the fun and excitement that I had at Terrificon. I guarantee you. But then again, you know. So, in the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. And if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. And don't forget to thumbs up the video if you like it. You comment below of any Aretha Franklin stories that you may have, or any memories that you have of her. Paying some respects. And ringy dingy that bell, because you never know what I might be doing next. So you can keep up to date, because you never know. I might have the camera on at Terrificon. You don't know that. Never know. But you will know if you ringy dingy that bell. But also, more importantly, more than anything in the world, and I will love you dearly for it, I love you long time. And that's face hug that subscribe button. And if you don't, Godzilla gonna get you. He gonna get you. RESPECT. That's what subscribing means to me. So definitely do that. And we'll see you all again here next week. I love you all. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care. So long. Peace.